everyone, welcome to yet another video. Thank you for being here. In this video I'm just going to show you how to do a mini meal prep. I did one recently and I really enjoyed making that video, hence why I'm making another one. If you haven't seen that video, please check in the description box below. I'll leave a link out for that one. I hope you enjoy this video, guys, and I hope you're keeping safe and I hope everybody is well. Please let me know what your favorite what you like about this meal prep, or how you make your own meal preps at home. How do you do it differently from me? I'd like to learn from you guys as well. Okay, so I have very limited ingredients because I haven't been shopping in a while. It's been 2 weeks now. So I do have some leftover egg yolks. So I need to plan here with the ingredients that I have. So I want to do a mini meal prep so I don't cook in the next 2 to 3 days. So let's see how we go. So I have some sausages as well. And then I have more frozen meats, but I just don't have a lot of fresh produce because my order is coming in tomorrow. I ordered from a local farmer. If you guys can support all the local businesses. So I got some turkey breast, which I think I'll make into a stir fry, and then I've got some burger mince. I don't know if I want to make burgers because I was going to make some bread rolls that I have up on my website, but then I'm thinking maybe I'll just make a pizza base because it requires only 1 egg. For fresh produce, I do have cauliflower. This half cauliflower. I'm thinking of making cauliflower soup, and then I have lots of broccoli and lots of carrots. So let's see what we can make from these things. And then from the pantry items, I do have some lentils. Olivia-Grace would like me to cook her some lentils. And then I have rice in the fridge. So I have some frozen rice from last time I meal prepped. She likes her beans and rice, lentils and rice. So I'm going to make that for her. And if there's any leftovers, I'll make some for Elijah as well. Okay, so the first thing we're going to start with is making a pizza base. So we need about 1.5 cups of cheese. You roll it up in the air like that. I don't have a 1/2 cup, so I use quarters in this one, 2 1/4 cups. You need 2 tablespoons of mozzarella cheese. Microwave for 90 seconds or until the cheese melts.
Your eyes is going scared.
Add 1 cup of almond meal or almond flour, whatever you have on hand. Then put it in.
I put it in.
1 egg.
You can do a bit of salt. Wow, you're making this so yummy, Mummy. Can I help?
And roll it up. It's usually a little bit warm here, so you want to make sure that it's not hot for your little one to help. Mix it all up. It's about at this point where I add 1/2 cup of almond meal. And then it's all done now. All the ingredients, you've put everything you want to put in there, so you just have to knead it or just roll it up. It's at this point you can ask your little helper to help you if you like. Yeah. Okay. You just can now roll the pizza up in a circular motion, just the way you'd like a pizza. Put another piece of baking paper on top, and then you can use your rolling pin.
What do we do now?
Put this on. I'll give you to continue. You to roll while I work up Elijah. I'll just do the basics. That's a good job. Place the pizza on a baking pan if you have one. Put it in the oven for about 8 minutes and then start working on your toppings. You can add any toppings you like. I decided to have some organic sausage on mine. Cut it up in little pieces. Fried it lightly, not too much because it was going to go back in the oven for another 12 minutes. So the pizza is baked for a total of 20 minutes altogether. So 8 minutes for the base, 12 minutes for the toppings. I didn't realize I had something in my hair from the garden. Ignore that. decided to make my own sugar-free tomato sauce. So I added some herbs and some monk fruit to make it sweet. Spread it on the pizza base and just added my cheese and then toppings. I added some more cheese, and then once the pizza was done, I added some greens. What's a meal without greens, right? Next up, I decided to meal prep some burgers. I know I didn't have to do this because they're so easy to make. I could have done this easily the next day. However, I think about it in terms of dishes. I just wanted to make a mess in one go and then clean it up, and then the next day it would be easier to cook, or the day after. So I lightly fried them. I didn't fry them too much. Put them in a container that goes in the oven so that when warming them up I didn't have to mess up the pan again. So I did that. I didn't want them to be dry, so I put some oil on top, and then decided to make some burger sauce with half a tin of tomatoes, and then I added some mixed herbs and some chives as well. Mixed everything all up, and I had some beautiful sauce.
That's good sauce, Mommy.
She's not wrong, the sauce is very delicious. I know it looks a bit oily, but it's good oils. It's avocado oil and some organic, the sauce is from organic meat, so some fat is from organic meat, so that's alright. Do you know how I like some celery as well? We eat a lot of celery in our house. If you saw my other meal prepping video, you could have seen how I store them for ages in the fridge. And then I also decided to use the soft part of the celery in my soup, because I was going to make a soup after this. I was going to make cauliflower soup, so I decided to do that. Cut it up in small pieces. It's a lettuce bond on your sandwich. I'm giving you. So I chopped everything all up. The celery and the cauliflower was put together in a bag. I also decided to cut some carrots as well. So with this soup, I decided to put everything in one bag, and then I decide that when I'm cooking, I don't want my vegetables to be overcooked. So I don't mind if they're a little bit on the crunchy side. I just throw everything in a pan, fry everything up in some onion to make it smell good. I decided to grate my carrots so that the cook time is not too long. Since all that was done on the day, all I had to do is chop up some onion. I then decided to prep my stir fry. So I had turkey breast. Turkey breast can be a little bit hard, so if you marinate it a few days before cooking it, it becomes a little bit softer. So I had added some tamari. I added some vinegar to make it soft, and some salt, and some chopped up some chives, and put it in there and mix everything all up and put it in the fridge. Marinate, done. And then guess what? Can you guess what I'm making? If you guess carrot cake, you got that right. If you'd like to me to share this recipe, this cake is amazing. You have to watch my next video. I'll share this recipe with you. This is one of the best cakes that I make, because my little girl loves it, and she doesn't like sweet things. She doesn't like cake, but if she loves this cake, then it must be quite good, I think. I definitely recommend this cake. Anyway, next up I decided to prepare the lentils. So I had about 1 cup of lentils, some oil in it, some salt, and I put some turmeric as well. And I made a mistake and added some onion. I forgot my little girl doesn't like onion. I also added tomatoes in there, and I shouldn't have added the onion because she didn't like it that much. She usually likes lentils, but this time around she wasn't a big fan. The cake is ready. It smelled amazing. If only you could smell it through the screen. I now decided to prep my cheese. So I buy 1 kilo block cheese, separated in half, one as slices, the other one as grated cheese. I decided to grate my cheese because it's easier, and then I add a little bit of corn flour. I use gravy because it's 90% corn flour anyway. I didn't have any on hand, and so yeah, that makes good cheese. I separated into 250 grams in each bag, and then I put it in the fridge to use during the week. I decided to make some more vegetables that we could have as snacks during the week. That cucumber was so delicious because it was organic. It smelled so good, and as I was cutting it, I couldn't stop eating it. I think I ate about half of it. That's what happens when I'm meal prepping. I eat a lot. Another reason why you should meal prep is because you eat less. You just eat a whole lot in one day instead of 5 consecutive days. Okay, so the lentils was ready. I put it in 3 separate containers. Only Elijah ended up eating most of it because Olivia-Grace didn't like it that much. My food is all ready and done. I made some cake for dessert, some vegetable finger foods for Elijah, and for us, I made some soup. I did some burger meats that we're going to have, some pizza that we're going to have that evening. I prepped some cheese, and then I also prepped some meat for my stir fry. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more videos like this, let me know.